Hello, Durud and Shalom. Guys, we're dealing with this idiot again. Have you guys missed him on our channel? Ali Dawah, this goddamn Muslim idiot, making a fool out of himself again. Do you guys miss us covering him? I miss? I don't know. So let me know, guys. First of all, let me know if you know Ali Dawah, because we used to review his videos a long time ago. I'm gonna get back to it today because I just watched a video of him spreading this conspiracy theory. And again, it's not just him. There's a hell lot of people out there that are saying that Israel killed Charlie Kirk, and there's so many. It's actually insane. Like, it's all over social media. It's all over social media, everywhere. I mean, they got the shooter now. They got the shooter, and so many people are saying it's a lie. It's a lie. It didn't, like, they didn't. That's not him. This sounds fishy. Look, for example, even in the first video that it came out, that people say they got him, people are putting in the comments, this is fishy. This is Israel. I'm looking at so many comments. Like, people are like, you can't fool us. Obviously, it was Israel. How could you be fooled? God damn it, man! Everywhere they talking about, they arrested you guys saw, they arrested a young I don't know, guy, a terrorist guy. I don't know, even know what his deal is yet, but everybody is commenting and saying that this is fake. This is fake. Obviously, Israel did this. So I wanted to respond to all of this fake shit. So I thought that maybe by responding to Ali Dawah, because Ali Dawah has 1.3 million subscribers, this video of him got 200,000 views. So I thought it would be worth it if we just use him as a way to respond to all of this bullshit. Amir saying, hello, Armin, they got the shooter. You don't say. I mean, I think even my dog knows that they got the shooter. Like, yeah, everybody knows they got. I mean, who doesn't know they got the shooter? All right, so let's actually go through this nonsense of Ali Dawah so that we could.
They killed Charlie Kirk. Mossad.
Oh, Mossad killed Charlie Kirk. Hold on. Well, guys, let me know if you have the audio. Hold on.
And Israel, and that's why I believe
you guys could hear him as well. And also, is my audio the same level as Ali's audio? Let me know if I need to adjust anything.
They killed Charlie Kirk. Mossad and Israel took him out.
I've been in Israel many times. The whole country.
Yeah, somebody's saying Mossad, how original. Wait, is this a double speed? No.
It's a fortress.
Mossad and Israel took him out.
I've been in Israel many times. The whole country is a fortress. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15.
How is that anti-Israeli? I've been to Israel as well. I've been to Israel, and I've been to the West Bank, which I used to call Palestine. I don't anymore. And yes, heavily fortified, and you can't go. You can't go long before you actually hit a heavily fortified. I mean, it's justified. It's justified. He's not saying anything anti-Israeli here.
Or an automatic machine gun. That's an IDF soldier. Right? The whole country is surveilled. The last 9 months, Israel is on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. There were protests planned this week.
I mean, there is no Israeli constitution, but yeah, but basically what acts like an Israeli constitution, yes, Bibi was trying to change it. And by the way, guys, me as a Zionist who supports Israel very much, I criticize Netanyahu for that. I supported the Israelis who didn't want that change because I believe in the wall between the judiciary branch and the legislative branch. I think that's required for liberalism. So I criticize Israel for that. I mean, not Israel. I criticize Netanyahu's government for that. And I think that's what Charlie Kirk is like as well. Charlie Kirk loves Israel. He supports Israel. Sometimes he has some criticisms, but he supports it. Oh, we got a super chat. Shona saying, even Dave Smith is saying that blaming Israel is deranged. Yeah, I saw that. I was actually, like even Dave Smith understands that this is deranged. And saying, maybe Dave, maybe your friends don't like Jews. Just a thought. Yeah, maybe he's discovering that anti-Semitism Anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism are basically the same thing.
streets because Bibi Netanyahu is basically redefining the Israeli constitution. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me that they're going to concerts and kibbutzes and schools and buy reports.
That there is another video that cost him his life. That there, guy.
That video cost him his life. So he's saying Israel killed Charlie Kirk because of that video. Guys, what are the chances? Let me know in the chat. What are the chances that Ali Dawah has evidence, one single example that could be used, anything that could be justifiably be called evidence to say that that video got Charlie Kirk killed by Israel? Flying robot duck is saying 0. How about let's say epsilon? Like basically 0. People are saying 0. Guys, why is it it's always Israel? Why is it's always Israel?
Guys, look, we cannot.
Is it because they're Jewish? It is because they're Jewish, isn't it? Yeah. Roy in the chat saying, why didn't Israel kill Ali Dawah? I don't know. I mean, why didn't they? Honestly, Roy, why don't they kill me? Because my understanding, and I will show you some videos to justify my position, Charlie Kirk is a major supporter of Israel, and he has some criticisms, right? And again, I don't agree with his criticisms, right? But the fact is that he has some criticisms, and guess that's true about me as well, right? Because I support Israel, but obviously I do have some criticisms. I mean, Israelis have criticisms for their own government. But again, maybe Roy, the response to that would be that because Ali Dawah is not as big as Charlie Kirk. Obviously I'm not as big as any of them. And maybe because Charlie Kirk was very big and he was very famous and he was starting to ask the wrong questions. I mean, Epstein, they're going to talk about Epstein, obviously. And we're like, oh, he was asking about Epstein and you cannot do that. He was so influential. And here's something he hasn't said. And I suggest that maybe he should, okay? As if you're a conspiracy theorist. Hey, guys, I'm going to give you the conspiracy theorists something to work with, okay? If I was a conspiracy theorist, I would be like, Israel has so much intelligence that they could see that Charlie Kirk would have been the next president because he was almost getting to the age that he could be the next president. And given that he was asking too many questions about the Epstein files, they had to make sure that such a person does not become the president of the United States, okay? There you go. Here's the conspiracy. I just made you a gift. I just pulled that out of my ass. And basically, that's what the rest of you guys do, right? Like you just make things up. I mean, it just has to sound interesting, like a movie, but without any evidence. That's what I've noticed. A conspiracy theory, the level of validity of a conspiracy theory, according to other conspiracy theories, is how interesting it is if it was part of a movie plot. If it's like, that's very interesting. They think it's being interesting means that it's a valid point. That's how it works. Oh, we got another super chat. Let me read that one. Thank you guys for the super chats. So let me see. I should highlight them. They're saying, love your show. Thank you so much. Saying, love your show. Keep up the good work. Don't have to read too late. I'm reading it. Don't have to read this. Just wanted to send some good wishes. Well, too late. I read it, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the work. Thank you for the support. All right, let's continue with this Ali Dawah bullshit.
Not made this up. Here we go. I'll give you one more video. Check this out, guys.
Hey, wait, there was a door behind him that just opened. Is that Mossad?
By
Hey, Ali, look behind you. Mossad is. Look at this.
Is another.
Guys, look at the door here on the left. Okay, I think that's Mossad. Ali, be careful what you're saying.
That cost him his life.
Who is that person in the dark clothing?
That there, guys. Look, you cannot make this up.
Oh my God, that's Mossad. Mossad was here to assassinate Ali, but they realized that he's live, so they're just leaving. Ali, look behind you.
Here we go. I'll give you one more video. Check this out, guys.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Oh, there's an ad here, guys. Do you want to watch the ad? Should we watch the ad?
Dear brothers and sisters, as we watch
What do you think they're selling? Guess in the chat. What are they
what is
selling?
unfolding today in Gaza, we have to understand that opposition is counting on us to lose attention, to become fatigued, and to move on with the news cycle.
Oh, they're going to send money to terrorists in Gaza. By the way, what are the chances of these people sending money to Gaza? What are the chances that whatever systems they're using, whatever methods that they have, their money is actually get into the hands of the people who need it and not into the hands of Hamas? And given that the chances of that, I think, is close to zero, they're basically funding Hamas.
And just as we can't allow them to dictate our attention, we also can't allow them to dictate the pace of our solidarity. And part of that.
Oh, Roy just gave me a super chat. Say you better fucking read this. Well, I did, Roy. Okay, are you threatening me? By the way, this is coming from Israel. Are you threatening me from inside Israel, Roy? Like, is this a guys? Okay, given what Ali is saying, I have to be careful. Okay, send me your orders from Israel, and I shall obey, because I don't want anything to happen to me. If any super chats come from inside Israel, I will follow orders, because apparently we're living in dangerous times, especially for people who have a history of supporting Israel. Then they have to stay on this path, or something bad could happen to them.
That solidarity is going to be there to rebuild Gaza, short-term, long-term.
Rebuild Gaza by giving money to Hamas to build missiles.
I'm proud to give my support, my word of support, to trusted brothers and sisters in the United Kingdom that have started a walk.
Oh yeah, guys, they're raising money from the UK to fund terrorism in Gaza.
That have started an endowment to make sure, inshallah ta'ala, that we're there for the long run. It's going to be long-term, and we will not forget our cause in Palestine. We will not forget the cause of Al-Aqsa, and we will not forget, bidnillahi ta'ala, our brothers and sisters in Gaza. Jazakumullah.
By the way, remember he said Palestine, not Palestine, which is the actual Roman name that was given to the land, because they don't have pe in Arabic. That's why he says Palestine instead of Palestine, because they don't have the pe sound. Okay, so because the Palestine name is an imperial name, and also the Palestine name or the Philistine name has never been mentioned in the Quran, unlike the word Israel that has been mentioned numerous times in the Quran.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters and dear friends. Hope you guys are well, inshallah. So, subhanAllah, this was I don't really know much about this guy, Charlie Kirk.
By the way, Ali Dawah, you can see how much more money he's making. You remember just 2 years ago when he was you remember how what his house looked like? And this is not a green screen. This is actually his house. Okay. Just 2 years ago, his background was just a white wall. But look at him now. He's getting rich off of his spreading Islamic poison.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't really know about his insults to the Prophet, and I heard some stuff about the whole Gaza situation, but I didn't know, it was that level. Regardless, I'm not doing this video because of the other video I've done, because I stand by that, because Allah teaches us in the Quran that these people, sadly, I believe him to be an evil person. Yes, and even though I believe him to be an evil person, I would not wish anyone to harm anybody like this in any way, shape. I've made that claim in my video. Yes,
Okay, so Charlie Kirk is an evil person apparently, but he doesn't. So look what he's saying. Hold on.
People, sadly, I believe him to be an evil person. Yes, and even though I believe him to be an evil person, I would not wish anyone to harm anybody like this in any way, shape.
Well, that's bullshit, because we have a famous video from Ali Dawah saying that he's proud of the fact that in Islam, ex-Muslims like me get the death sentence. So I don't know, is he lying here, or did he forget his own beliefs? Right? He specifically, remember guys, the famous video where he says, "We're proud." Again, that's exactly the way he said it. He said, "We're proud." Remember that? Guys, you guys know that video. That's a very famous video of him, right? He says, "We're proud of the fact that in Islam, people who leave Islam get the death sentence." He specifically said that. And now he says, "Oh, I don't wish harm on anybody, even if they're evil." Fuck off. You guys have the death sentence for that. We got another super chat. Let's actually respond to that. So, Shauna is saying, "I think they know Israel has nothing to do with this." Oh, you're giving them too much credit, Shauna. Let me see. This isn't This is so terrible that their pet cause is getting forgotten. No one cares anymore, so they have to find a way to get attention back. Yeah, I don't know. I think actually, Shana, these people are so stupid. I think they actually believe this. I don't know, but thank you for the super chat. What do the rest of you guys think? Do you guys think that they're just lying, or they believe this bullshit themselves? Yeah, people are saying we're proud of that in the chat.
made that claim in my video. Yes, I vehemently disagree with him. But in this video, brothers and sisters, we're going to dissect who actually killed him. Because
Okay.
if we look at the videos, I didn't actually know that. I thought this guy was a die-hard Zionist, which he was. But he was actually changing his mind slowly. Now, before we film,
Nope, no. Okay, so Charlie, even throughout all the time that he was pro-Israel, he was never. He said he saw that there was a different. He saw his support for Israel separate from his view from the government. I mean, we have Israelis in the chat right now. I mean, for example, Jewish Samantha is one of them, who love Israel and support Israel and hate Netanyahu. We have some Israelis in the chat are like that. I mean, we have some Israelis in the chat who love Netanyahu. We have some Israelis in the chat who hate Netanyahu. Okay, if not liking Netanyahu or criticizing Netanyahu, that doesn't make you anti-Israel. That just makes you, I don't know, not like Netanyahu. Okay, so here, Amit, for example, who's in the chat saying, I hate Netanyahu. And these are Zionist Israeli Jews, right, Amit? So, yeah, so these people are so stupid. They think, oh, look at this. Amir here saying Netanyahu hater here. Somebody else. Again, these are messages coming from Israel. Yeah, so I think he doesn't understand that if Charlie had some negative views sometimes towards something that the current government of Israel did, that doesn't make him anti-Israeli. Oh, look at this. Amit is a Jewish Israeli Zionist, and he's right wing, and he hates Netanyahu. So he's not even an Israeli left winger. He's a right leaning Israeli, and he hates Netanyahu. By the way, what's wrong with you, Amit? Anyways, I'm kidding. All right.
Brother Zachariah here, he asked a good question. He said, why would they not kill Candace Owens?
Some idiot is saying forever live Palestine. For Palestine has to be a thing for it to continue living. Palestine doesn't even exist. For how could something live if it has never been alive?
Now, before we film the Brother Zachariah here, he asked a good question. He said, why would they not kill Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson, but they go?
Oh, he's actually addressing this. Why did they not kill? So first of all, he's not offering us any evidence that Mossad or Israel has killed Charlie Kirk. He just says like, well, if Mossad is capable of killing, it wants to kill people who are criticizing Israel, why don't they go after Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens? That's a good question. Let's see what he has.
This guy. I said, because this guy was diehard. Imagine if I have a diehard friend. If he starts doubting me, everyone's going to be like, yo, there's some other guys that knew of Ali, but him, hold on a second. Mohammed Hijab, he's now saying there's a question mark on Ali. Like, whoa. That's saying something. That's the reason why they got rid of him. Here's evidences, footages. Not only that, brothers and sisters, which we're going to dissect. Many videos on PBD podcast, other podcasts where he was.
Wait, guys. I got a message in the chat. Andy, are you talking to me? Andy's saying, just stop the genocide, please. Oh, okay. I mean, nobody ever asked me. Nobody was ever this direct and polite to me. Why didn't you ask earlier? Hold on. Let me just message Netanyahu. Just 1 second. Hold on. Just give me a second. BB, can you stop the genocide, please? Heart emoji. Let me see. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. Kiss emoji. 2 kiss emojis. And then I say, love you. Okay. All right. I did it for you, Andy. I did it for you. Okay. All right, let's continue.
Slowly but surely, even with the interview with Ben Shapiro, starting to say, question things, ask some things, where he was like, hold on a second. And Benjamin Netanyahu and Mossad knows, they know very well, him, someone such a close ally, diehard person who's a Zionist, yes, okay, Christian Zionist, if he comes out full blown, it is better he's dead than him changing massive public opinion across America. They know the dangers, and I believe they took them out. Here's the evidence.
By the way, guys, if you're waiting for an evidence for all of these claims, that is the evidence. Okay, in their book, that is the evidence. So if you guys thinking like, okay, he's making a claim, he's making a claim. So he's making the claim that Mossad killed Charlie Kirk. Okay, and you're like, okay, that's the claim. Where's the evidence? You got it. That was it. If you're waiting for more, you're not going to get anything. They claim these people think the evidence is that if I can imagine a motivation, I kid you not, this is the standard for what evidence is. If I can imagine, not even show, if I can imagine a motivation, that's as solid of an evidence that anybody could ever need or ask for. That's basically what the way they think. Okay. All right.
Let's watch for ourselves step by step. Okay. So firstly, before that, this is what Charlie Kirk said. Islam is the sword of the left, is using to slit the throat of America.
Beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful tweets I've ever seen. Look at this. This is basically...
Let's watch for ourselves step by step. Okay. So firstly, before that, this is what Charlie Kirk said. Islam is the sword of the...
I've never seen anybody put the alliance between left and Islam so beautifully. I mean, I have many disagreements with Charlie Kirk, obviously. Okay. I mean, I here's the thing, by the way, disagreements are not important. I consider anybody who thinks that we could disagree and have discussions about our disagreements, even if our disagreements are so huge, if you think that the way to deal with disagreements is to have a discussion, you are on our side. Even if I don't agree with a single thing you say, other than the fact that we could just have discussions about disagreements, you are on my side. Okay? But anybody who thinks that there's something other than discussions, other than expressions of our opinions and challenging each other that we need to do about our disagreements, and disagreements means that we need to be each other enemies, that's you're on the other side. You're on a different camp. So I don't like people like Armin. Did you not know Charlie believed in this and this and this and this and this and this and this? I'm like, yeah, and I disagree with some of those, and actually I agree with a lot of them. And I'm like, I don't care that I disagree with all of those things. At the end of the day, Charlie was somebody who believed in the fact that we could have discussions about our disagreements and we do not have to resort to violence. That makes you on our side. If you just believe in that, that makes you that you're on our side. Anybody who wants to use other means to deal with disagreement, other means mean either with violence, intimidation, or regulation. Okay, these are the tools. So one side thinks that we could use discussions and even mockery. Discussions, mockery, as long as we're challenging each other with our expression, then you're on my side, even if we disagree. But if you're on the side that thinks that our disagreements, the way to deal with disagreements is with violence, intimidation, or regulation, then you are our enemy. You are not on our side. And I think based on that metric, Charlie is on our side. I mean, I showed you his video before regarding this, right? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. And again, here, this is not one of the disagreements that I have with Charlie. Here, I agree with him 100%. This is beautifully put. Islam is the sword the left is using to slit the throat of America. Perfectly put. Perfectly put.
The left is using to slit the throat of America.
Oh my God, guys! Somebody help us! Guys! We have an emergency. Gully Ball just put watermelons in the chat. Guys, that's how did they find our weakness? How did watermelon emojis? Please, no, stop it. How did you know that we Zionists hate watermelon? We're going to, oh no. Okay.
Oh, the irony. Now, Charlie.
The irony? Where's the irony? Hold on, guys. Did I miss the
This is
irony?
what Charlie Kirk said. Islam is the sword of the left, is using to slit the throat of America. Oh, the irony.
Where's the irony? I mean, you could say I disagree, but where's the irony?
Now, Charlie
Somebody in the chat saying, "Who are you?" My name is right here.
Kirk turns to anti-Semitic stereotypes amid Israel-Hamas war. So you can see clearly that now the people, the Zionists, will seeing all them saying this is getting dangerous. This is our boy, this is our guy, and he's getting dangerous. Another comment, as you can see here.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been accused of being anti-Semitic. That, who hasn't been accused of being anti-Semitic? I mean, as soon as you're going to get accused of being everything at some point. Guys, you guys understand that there's so many people on all sides. We have crazy people on all sides. Obviously, there's going to be false accusations left and right. Why was he anti-Semitic? I mean, I'm sure he has. So Charlie has some views that I would say was more on the conspiratorial side that I don't agree with, but that's fine. You could have views that I don't believe in, and some of them might. We'll see what he plays for us. I'll let you know if it's some anti-Jewish tropes in some of his beliefs or not. But he was a big fan of Jews and he was a big fan of Israel. So any article like that is probably bullshit. Probably. I'm hoping I could change my mind about it. But I know that people have accused me of being a Nazi, being anti-Semitic, being Islamophobic and Islam loving at the same time. Okay. I've been accused of being far right. I've been also accused of being far left. I've been accused of being an agent of Mossad, which I wish it was true. An agent of IRGC, an agent of the Democratic Party. Did you guys know I've been accused of being an agent of the Democratic Party in the United States? So yeah, with accusations are, we have so many, like that doesn't show anything.
For example, this is something from an individual called Jack Hinkle. He said he used to be an Israeli loyalist.
Oh my God, your source is Jackson Hinkle. What an amazing, guys. Look at this. What a credible source of information. This is his evidence. A tweet by Jackson Hinkle. So we're trying to see why would Israel kill Charlie Kirk, and we're trying to see what is he going to show to us as evidence. And he's posting a tweet from Jackson Hinkle, the most credible source of all. Amazing. Fantastic. So let's see what this Muslim is quoting Jackson Hinkle for. He used to be an Israel loyalist. First, he was always an Israel supporter, and he continued to be an Israel supporter until the day he died. I don't know what you're talking about.
He feared Israel would kill him.
Show me where. Show me where did he fear that? You guys made that up.
He started mildly criticizing Israel.
He always said that his okay. Let me show you some videos then, because these people are fucking. Let me see mildly. He's been consistent. This is not starting. He's been consistent about this. Watch this.
I've been to Israel twice. I love Israel. I love Israel, the place. I love Israel as it protects access to biblical archaeology. I'm not an unapologetic defender of the government of Israel, and I want.
See, so these people think these people think in black and white. He loves Israel, but he's not an apologetic defender of the government. And because these people have only after he was killed, after he was murdered, these people have gone and found some of his criticism for the government. I was like, oh, so he's a loyalist to Israel, but recently, no, motherfuckers. He just thinks that his support for Israel does not necessarily mean that he supports the government all the time. So look at this.
Protects access to biblical archaeology. I'm not an unapologetic defender of the government of Israel, and I want to make sure that's clear. But I am a defender of the nation state of Israel to exist as a homeland for the Jewish people. I'm an Israel.
I mean, that's a perfectly valid position. I mean, I might not agree with some of his criticism, but let me actually, I have more videos like this. I will go back to Charlie again, but let's see what Ali says here.
He said Epstein was Mossad, which is true. He led anti-Zionist.
He didn't say Epstein was Mossad. He was asking if Epstein was Mossad. I watched that video. He was asking his crowd. I mean, that's a he was basically entertaining that thought. He was wondering about it. He thought Epstein is for sure part of one government's or intelligence, and he didn't rule out his own country's intelligence. Okay, so if again, these are, for me, these are just conspiracy theories. So I'm not going to agree with them. Okay, but let's be fair. So I wouldn't entertain these thoughts like Charlie would. But let's be fair to Charlie. That this didn't make him anti-Israeli, because when he was considering which country's intelligence operations was Epstein from, he included Mossad, his own government, and Saudi Arabia. So if the entertainment of that thought made him anti-Israeli, then he should also be considered anti-American, because he included that as the options, as one of the options. It was. Are you going to accuse Charlie Kirk of being anti-American? Right.
And speak at his event, which he's going to mention in a video we're going to see. Zionist media starts attacking him. Someone shoots his jugular vein 200 yards away. Netanyahu tweets within minutes, and we're going to look at that. The same tweet that this.
Guys, this is a huge evidence for Israel killing Charlie Kirk. After Charlie Kirk died, I mean, it wasn't within minutes, because after he was shot, it was after the confirmation came out that he's dead. But guys, it took Netanyahu tweeted about Charlie within minutes after the incident. Okay, that's evidence, I guess. Israel did it. It was Mossad. It was Mossad apparently killed Charlie, because within minutes after the incident, Netanyahu tweeted about it. Guys, I think I'm a bit stupid. Can you explain how that follows? Can you guys connect it? Because I lied. I see the connection, but actually now I'm thinking about it, and I don't see the connection. Can somebody explain it in the chat to me? Charlie Kirk being shot, Netanyahu taking minutes to post about it. How does that exactly show that Israel killed Charlie? I don't understand. I mean, if it does show that Israel killed Charlie because Netanyahu posted this within minutes after they shot him, then why did Netanyahu post this? Like, is he like one of those serial killers that fantasizes about getting caught, like leaves a calling card or something in? Like, if Israel killed Charlie Kirk, wouldn't they want to hide the fact that they killed him? And if posting a tweet minutes after they killed him shows that it was them, then wouldn't he just not do that? None of this makes any sense. Okay? Like, do you guys follow what I'm saying? If actually tweeting so close to him being shot as an indication that it was them, then it would just be easy for them to just not do that, so that they don't get them. So there's no hints that they did it. Okay, I don't get it really. Okay.
Same time with Donald Trump together. Patsy gets arrested and acts guilty.
Patsy gets arrested and acts guilty. Okay.
Escapes without a trace. Netanyahu
assassin was caught. You fucking idiot! And we got the assassin. You idiots! But guys, it's all fishy. The Jews have controlled all their media and the entire justice system and the police force. They got a fake guy. It's always the Jews. It's always them. And even if they have evidence that it was someone else's, obviously they just made up the evidence. This is called an unfalsifiable claim. Every time, if you show a mountain of evidence showing these people wrong, showing to these people that they're wrong, they're like, well, the Jews came up with the evidence. Are you? What a simpleton. How could you believe? How could you be so naive? You're showing us evidence. Don't you know that evidence comes from the Jews? Yeah.
Tweets longer message. Something tells me they are not going to tell us the truth about who killed Charlie. Yeah?
Oh, something. Guys, this is our evidence. You know what? Something tells me. Well, something tells me that you are full of shit. How does that, if that makes your claim credible, you're like, oh, something tells me. Okay, well, then something tells me that you have nothing to offer here. That you guys are fucking morons. I mean, if something tells you as an evidence, then my claim is as good as yours then.
Yes? Perfect. Okay. Now, this is the evidence.
Guys, you see how solid of a case this guy is making for us? It's a very impressive, right?
Trump and Netanyahu. Just bear in mind, guys, this is a day before 9/11. Bizarrely, they tweet at the same.
Guys, like, imagine it's a day before 9/11. These people would jizz in their pants if it was on 9/11, because for these people, it's not on 9/11, but not being on 9/11 is not going to stop them. It was a day before it. Guys, if it was 2 days before 9/11, they would be like, guys, it's only 2 days away from 9/11. If it was 3 days away, they were like, guys, it was in the same week as 9/11. And if it was on 9/11, these people would just jizz their pants. They would be like, this is the mother of all conspiracy theories. And never they explain to us that if these things align, how does that show that there was some ill intention or a conspiracy behind it? Because why would the people who do these conspiracies leave so much hint around that it was them? Like, guys, let's do this plan, and for symbolic reasons, let's do it on 9/11. Wouldn't like somebody say that, guys, why are we doing all of these symbolic things? Wouldn't people, are we leaving hints that there's like that we're, why would we do that? Like, what purpose does that serve? Like, wouldn't that make people more suspicious? Like, why are in these people's minds are the people behind their conspiracies are all just idiots? I don't get it. Let's continue. Oh, here's the guys. This is the most solid evidence. This is the most solid evidence I have ever seen for why it was Israel that killed Charlie Kirk. The best evidence. After this is undeniable. Nobody here could deny. Oh, do we have a spammer? Let me see. All messages. The admins will take care of the spammers. Okay, are you guys ready for it? For the undeniable evidence that it was Israel who killed Charlie Kirk. Watch this.
Day before 9/11, bizarrely, they tweet at the same exact time.
Same exact time. Trump and Netanyahu. Okay, what happened?
Exact time. Praying for Charlie Kirk. We must all pray for Charlie Kirk.
Guys. Coincidence? I think not. I don't think so. Oh, the spammer is not being taken care of? Okay, don't worry, guys. I got it. No admins in the chat, I guess. Don't worry, I got it. Guys, this is it. So Trump and Netanyahu, when they were praying for Charlie Kirk, after he got shot, they posted it at the same time. Yes, exactly. Somebody in the chat saying, oh my God, he cracked the case. I mean, should we end the stream? Like, I think we have been defeated. I think we have been defeated. This. By the way, guys, I don't think I'm stupid. I have understood what Ali is saying, but just so that I understand that you guys understand it as well, can you please explain to me how does this prove that Israel did this? I understand it. Okay, don't doubt me. Okay, I understand it. I just want to test you guys. Can you explain? Just assume that I haven't understood any of this. Can somebody explain to me in the chat how the fuck this shows that Israel killed Charlie Kirk? Anybody? Anybody? Like, I'm asking. I know this. I'm just asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Anybody can tell me why these posts being happening at the same time means that Israel killed Charlie? No? Nobody can tell me? Okay. I mean, I also have another question here. If them posting these posts, one of them on Twitter and one of them on Truth Social, if posting these at the same time shows that Israel killed Charlie Kirk, then why the fuck would they post it at the same time? Just let's just assume that this is an indication that Israel killed Charlie. I'm assuming that if Israel killed Charlie, Israel will want to hide it. And if this shows that Israel did it, then why did BB call like, hey, Trump, you know, we're gonna kill Charlie. Obviously, we have this plan. Okay, so for this plan to work, then me and you, it wouldn't work anywhere else. Okay, so Charlie is a menace. Charlie is basically ruining our plans. He's asking too many questions, so we should basically take him out. Apparently, this is the theory. But for this to work, the only way that we could make this happen is that when we shoot him, me and you have to post on the exact same time that we're praying for him. Or else none of this would work. None of this will work unless we do this. Apparently. Okay? I'm like, wouldn't this make people suspicious? Like, no, it wouldn't. Okay, only some really clever Muslims will make YouTube videos about it, but nobody else will. Like, people will call them conspiracy theories. Okay, I'm like, okay, but how does this help us? Don't ask questions. We have Mossad. They tell us that this works and this is how it's done. So let's just do it. Okay, sure. I mean, these people are a joke, no?
Exact time praying for Charlie Kirk. We must all pray for Charlie Kirk.
Look at his face. Look how satisfied he is. Like, he goes like, He goes, I crack. Look at this, guys. Are you impressed with Ali Dawah? He's impressed with himself. Look at his face.
Exact time praying for Charlie Kirk. We must all pray for Charlie Kirk.
He's so proud of himself. He's proud of himself.
Now, Donald Trump, you can see he's clear-cut Zionist. You don't see him speaking out against Netanyahu in any way, shape, or form, which shows what? Anyone that close to
Actually, Donald Trump has spoken against Netanyahu sometimes. What are you
don't
talking
see him
about?
speaking out against Netanyahu in any way, shape, or form, which shows what? Anyone that close to the Zionist entity dares to doubt or question them. They don't care about these people who are just, they change their mind. Except, look, Candace Owens and this. No. Someone as diehard as him. Now, watch this video, guys. We're going to watch this, inshallah, step by step. This was something that was predicted by this man. I want to show you this, inshallah, before we get to the video.
They use inshallah way too often. You're like, we're gonna watch this inshallah. We're gonna get to this inshallah before this video. Like, this is like a heavy dosage of inshallah.
This guy's called Tommy Borum. I don't know who he is.
Oh, you're just a random person on Twitter.
Said they would, if Charlie turned heel on Israel, they would have someone shoot him at an open air event, and they have some idiot groiper with a genetically anomalous issue there to be a patsy fall guy. I think what that means is somebody that gets the attention somewhere else. Part of why you never make the deal with the devil.
Well, I mean, he wasn't right. The guy that they got has no genetical anomaly, and he's not a groiper
In the first place, these people. No, look, you need to know something.
Okay, so guys, a random person on Twitter said that somebody is going to kill Charlie because he's asking questions. And that means that this was pre-planned. And who's that guy? Nobody special. Because somebody on Twitter said that they're going to kill Charlie because of the questions that he's asking about Israel, then that means that they killed him. Okay, guys, then I think I'm in danger because I've been told that I am going to be killed as well. I've been told that. because of some videos where I criticize, because I'm a hardcore Zionist. I support Israel. Sometimes I make videos criticizing certain things that happens in Israel. Sometimes some Israeli tell me, "How dare you? You're not even a citizen of this country. How dare you criticize?" Like most Israelis are nice to me, by the way. Okay, but there are some people who say that. But we also have some anti-Zionists who say, like, "Oh, Armin, you've done it. You are going to die now." They have told me, like, why? Because you were a supporter and now you're criticizing Israel. So you better go and kiss your family and, write your will, because they will never tolerate this. Okay. So, I mean, they have, this is, it's the internet. I could find you anything that happens. I could find you a prediction for it beforehand. People are making endless numbers of conspiracy theories, okay, and predictions. Whatever happens, I'm sure if you do an AI search, you are going to eventually find somebody that predicted something that was kind of resembling what actually happened, but not quite, but close enough for people to be like, "Oh, how did this person know it?" So is that random guy is like, by the way, if this was a Mossad operation, how is a random person on Twitter all of a sudden gets the info? Was it a lucky guess? And if it's a lucky guess, then how does that prove your point? Unless this is evidence, because this person has some connections. And if he has some connections, how do you know he has some connections? A random person on Twitter predicted something resembling that came true. So that mean that, I mean, it didn't come true, but the outcome is resembling that. So that's your evidence. Okay. So far, I haven't seen any hard proof that Israel has killed Charlie Kirk. Well, let's see if we keep going, we could see anything.
You
else.
never make the deal with the devil in the first place. These people, no, look, you need to know some deep stuff. Now let's get to the videos. Here is the first video, guys, of Charlie Kirk turning slowly against Israel. Slowly, subtly.
He was not slowly turning against Israel, you fucking moron. He has always been extremely pro-Israel, but with some criticisms of the government. And again, my criticism of the government is different from Charlie's criticism of the government, but the similarity is that criticism of the government doesn't mean you're anti-Israeli, you fucking idiot.
They did not tolerate that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys, but before that, please download the Salah Pro app, brothers and sisters.
Oh, there's another ad. What is this ad? So this is an app for salat, for prayer?
Charity. All of our services on the app is for free. Free Qibla Finder, no ads.
Free Qibla Finder. Okay, so you make sure it points to Petra.
Free Salah reminders, encourages you to pray, tells you Salah times. You can book a Salah instructor, a Quran instructor. You can order a guided prayer mat for absolutely free if you want to learn how to pray Salah. Videos on how to pray Salah, Salah hubs, and many.
I mean, doing salat is so simple. I don't know why you need this much training.
More, brothers and sisters. We are not an app that shares your information with third parties. All of our services on the app is for free. Download it now, inshallah, and
I'm sure there's an upsell somewhere after you download it, or else why would you put it?
Enjoy it, guys. Let's go back to the video.
By a lot, both privately and.
Oh my God, look at this. He's covering the haram parts. I mean, the hair is haram too. Why are you not covering the hair? So let's see what Charlie's saying here.
Download it now, inshallah, and enjoy it, guys. Let's go back to the video.
By a lot, both privately and publicly, are pushing people like you and me away. Not like we're going to be pro-Hamas, but we're like, honestly, the way you are treating me is so repulsive. I have text messages, Megan, calling me an anti-Semite. I am learning.
I mean, I do as well. So,
biblical Hebrew and writing a book on the Shabbat.
Can you imagine calling Charlie Kirk an anti-Semite?
Yeah, I mean, there are crazies everywhere, you fucking idiot. They're crazies everywhere. Obviously, if somebody that is famous, anybody who gives an opinion, anybody who's that famous, I mean, I'm not at all famous at all. And I get those accusations from all sides. So obviously, if he's famous, when you give opinions about anything, you're going to get accusations from all kinds of accusations from every side.
Oh my God. It's like they want you to say, like, this guy, let me be honest, Charlie Kirk, I despised him. Talk to me about the Gaza, the children, etc. Those kids, you know how many thousands of children are orphans? Like your own children now, sadly, which is sad. It's
I mean, orphans means that you have lost your both father and your mother. I don't think Charlie's kids are orphans. They still have their mother.
So sad. That's why we don't want the same for you, because it makes us like you. If I wanted the same to be done to you, what is the difference between me and you?
Charlie Kirk never wished any kids to be orphans, you fucking idiot. Charlie Kirk was sympathized with the people, with the children in Gaza, okay? And he sympathized with the children in Gaza, but he considered the reason why that's happening to them for it to be Hamas. What do you mean be like him? You're the monster here.
Yes? What is the difference between me and you?
The difference between you and him is that he was a decent human being and you're a fucking monster. You're a fucking monster who's proud of having a religion that kills people like me. You said that. You said you're proud of having a religion that commands execution for anybody who leaves Islam, for ex-Muslims. So you're a fucking monster. Charlie Kirk does not have those views. Charlie Kirk doesn't think anybody should be executed for changing their opinions.
Yes? But look at this. They call you an anti-Semite. And he's the one who's like saying, yeah, they're not starving.
Yeah, okay. So who is they? They call you an anti-Semite. Like, you should Israel be responsible for every single person out there making accusations? Every country, every group of people has its fair share of crazies. I mean, I've been to Israel. Israel is filled with decent, good people, and it also has some crazy people there, just like every other country. I met somebody in Israel. I met a rabbi in Israel who told me that the greatest honor in my life will one day be to be a slave of Jews. That's going to be the best thing that will ever happen to me in my life, and that day is coming. Okay, does that represent Israel? No, that just represents that fucking crazy rabbi in Israel. So Israel is filled with so many different kinds of people. I'm not going to generalize the views of some crazy people in Israel to the rest of the country. So you're like, oh, they want you to be fully submit completely, or else they will call you anti-Semite. Who is they? Who is they? The vast majority of them won't. You're just gonna, if he's complaining about a few people calling him anti-Semites because of him not fully agreeing with them, then you should be blaming those very specific people who said that, not all of Israel. I mean, it's funny because these people keep accusing us for generalizing all Muslims, which I don't do. I generalize all of Islam because all of Islam can be generalized because Islam is based on one book. And if I read the book and that book is shit, then Islam is shit. And I don't generalize Muslims. I just generalize Islam. But they accuse us of generalizing all Muslims. And yet Ali Dawah, comes and generalizes all of Israelis just because some people wrongfully accuse Charlie Kirk of being an anti-Semite.
Etc., justifying the massacre that was going on there.
Justifying a massacre? Charlie Kirk is not justifying a massacre, you fucking idiot. He's saying the massacre there is because of Hamas.
Oh boy.
I honor the Shabbat, literally the Jewish Sabbath. I visit Israel and fight for it. And there's another article out in the Times of Israel today. I could read it.
He says here, he fights for Israel still.
On air. I was just reading before I got on. Charlie, what are you?
Look at the caption. So I'm saying Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them.
Doing? Like, why are you? What am I doing? I'm sorry. Like, let's just take a step back here. Like, I'm an American citizen. Yes, I want Israel to win. Yes, I'm a Christian. But like some of the mess, and you've seen how I've been treated, Megan, by some, not all, by some.
No, it's very irritating.
By some, not all. See, he's being very clear. He's not blaming Israel. He's not blaming Israelis. He's saying some people are crazy radicals who, if you disagree with them, they call you anti-Semites. He clarified here himself.
It's been so unfair. They were coming after you after Turning Point for, among other things. You had Dave Smith there. Dave Smith isn't allowed to criticize Israel. You're on both sides. The Israeli side was
not allowed to,
overrepresented.
though. No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Again, I just want to repeat for the 5th time. I love Israel. I want Israel to win. But
no, guys, did I miss something? At what point in this video did Charlie say that he's afraid Israel will kill him? Maybe I missed it. Did I miss it? Did you guys miss it too? Because this video is where all of this claim is coming from. Did you guys see it? Did you guys see Charlie saying here that, oh, he was afraid Israel is going to... I mean, I saw the opposite. I saw Charlie saying that this was just some people and he loves Israel and he fights for Israel. He's not blaming Israel, and he never said Israel is going to come kill him. And this is the video that they're using to say, like, oh my God, look, we have evidence that Charlie was worried that Israel is going to come kill him. Look, there's a fucking idiot in the chat. Erica, look at this. Erica in the chat saying 100% it was Israel. Guys, by the way, there are many people in the chat who say, look, yeah, it was Israel and we're the idiots. See how stupid some people are? Like, these are the same people who say 9/11, the Jews did 9/11. Are you, Erica, are you a flat earther as well? You're probably a flat earther. These people are fucking idiots. It's madness. By the way, guys, the internet is filled with this. Look at this. Let me show you. Look at this. Like the people who are saying Israel did this. Like, you guys think we're making this up. Hold on. Look at these. Look. Charlie Kirk turned against Israel. Critical by Jews. Israel is basically, it was Israel who did the, look at this. Like, Charlie Kirk was beginning to ask critical questions about Israel and actions, Netanyahu and genocide. Watch this. So a lot of people are trying to say it was Israel. Look at this. Charlie Kirk recently started realizing that Israel is a terrorist state. What is this one? Charlie Kirk, okay, 1 month ago, I have less ability to criticize the Israeli government than actual Israelis do, and that's really weird. It was, yeah. It was, so people are think that this video that they're pointing to is evidence that Israel killed Charlie. Charlie Kirk was starting to ask critical questions about Israel. So yeah, it's failed. It's like he keeps going and going and going and going and going. It's basically, this is what we have on social media right now. And again, this is the video that they're sharing. And what the video is actually showing is that some people pissed him off because of him platforming some anti-Zionists. Because here's the thing, Charlie is always in favor of talking to people he disagrees with. So he invites people he disagrees with. So if he invites some anti-Zionists, people are like, oh, you're platforming anti-Zionists, so you're an anti-Semite. There are people out there that just loosely just accuse people of anti-Semitism as soon as they disagree with them. Those people do exist. But what Charlie was careful to do here was not to generalize this to all of Israel or to Israel at all. He did that. And at no point he suggested that he thinks that Israel will kill him. Like, what the hell? Like, they show us the video, which says nothing that they say the video says, and they just say it so confidently that the audience were like, oh my God, we got him. Charlie Kirk was starting to ask questions about Israel. No fucking idiot. He has always said that his support for Israel doesn't mean that he supports the government. And criticizing the government is not being anti-Israeli. In fact, it's being pro-Israeli. If you could, in fact, if you love Israel so much, sometimes criticizing the government, you criticize it because you love Israel, because you think Israel could do better. Oh my God.
No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Again, I just want to repeat for the 5th time. I love Israel. I want Israel to win. But
do you see how he?
I mean, he plays that part, and he still thinks that he was turning against Israel.
It has to, like, I love Israel. I wanted to win, but that's not enough. It's not enough. It has to be.
Oh yeah, because some people were saying because it's not enough for some people, that means that it's not enough for the entirety of Israel. Sure.
Unconditional support. No. Unconditional.
But my moral character is now being put into question, Megan. Not my decisions. Not like, hey, are you doing this? Is it smart or is it dumb? But no, I am a bad person if I do this. And I could go, I mean, you saw it, Megan. It was trending on Twitter, thousands of tweets and text messages. And if I were to be charitable and generous, I will say the people that are attacking me are in a hyper paranoid state.
I mean, for example, here's how the point out. Sneeko, you guys know Sneeko, and Muslim convert. He just came out and he said, let's pray for Charlie Kirk. You guys saw that Sneeko did that? And the Muslim community, many people in the Muslim community, so let's not make Ali Dawah's mistake, are attacking him and saying him, like, brother, ew, like what the hell? You're kafir now. You're not a Muslim anymore. Why would you pray for some Zionist? Okay, so right now, Sneeko is getting bombarded with tweets and posts by other Muslims who are attacking him for why you as a Muslim would want to pray for Charlie Kirk, right? So, Ali Dawah, your own community, where it seems like you're accusing the Jews or Israel basically with the very same thing that your community is experiencing right now. Because now I could say, like, look, it's total submission, or it's not, or there's nothing at all. But here's the thing. If I say that about your community, that is actually true. That is not a generalization. You guys know why that's not a generalization? Because look, Ali Dawah is accusing Zionists for wanting full submission or it would not be accepted. That's very rich from somebody who's a Muslim. The word Muslim means somebody who submits. This is why I'm saying that if you accuse the Muslim community of this, that is not a generalization, because that is the meaning of the word Muslim. The word Islam means submission. Muslim is somebody who submits. And this motherfucker is coming and accusing Zionists of wanting full submission. Do you guys get my point? Just go look at what's happening to Sneeko, who is not being accepted as Muslim right now, who is a recent Muslim convert, just because he offered prayers for the family of for Charlie Kirk and his family.
Though. No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Again, I just want to repeat for the 5th time. I love Israel. I want Israel to win. But
do you see how he has to, like, I love Israel. I want it to win, but that's not enough. It's not enough.
Yes, Nico, that's not enough. If you're a Muslim, if you say Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, fuck you. That's not enough. Fuck your shahadatain. Fuck Allah. Fuck Muhammad. You need to submit fully. You cannot call yourself a Muslim and then say, I pray for Charlie Kirk. No, that's not enough. You need to submit fully. That's Islam is the religion of submission.
It has to be unconditional support. No. Unconditional.
But my moral character.
Unconditional support. Yeah, it needs to be unconditional submission in Islam. I mean, look in the mirror, you fucking idiot.
Character is now being put into question, Megan. Not my decisions. Not like, hey, are you doing this? Is it smart or is it dumb? But no, I am a bad person if I do this. And I could go. I mean, you saw it, Megan. It was trending.
By the way, guys, there's a lot of Muslims in the chat getting pissed off because I talk about Islam like that. Can you please insult their child molesting prophet in the chat so that they get more pissed off? Thank you. Other people in the chat, please attack Muhammad and swear at Muhammad and just basically make these people rage. I like to see these Muslims get angry.
Trending on Twitter, thousands of tweets and text messages. And if I were to be charitable and generous, I will say the people that are attacking me are in a hyper paranoid state because they're at war, and war tends to make things black and white, and you're a hammer looking for a nail. So I'm trying to be charitable, Megan. Literally, I'm trying to cut as much slack as I can, right? Like, okay, what would it be like if all of a sudden I'm starting to see a pattern of behavior similar to what my grandparents saw in 1930s Germany online? How would I behave? So that's like my charitable kind of overcompensation spirit. At the same time, I'm like, but it's not defensible to be dumb. Right?
Yeah.
So,
and it's offensive. It's offensive to those of us who have been out there defending them in many instances against critics on our own side. And now you have a couple of comments like, well, what about this? Well, has it gone on too long? Like, is it time to wrap it up? And the thing about Epstein is just so bizarre. I don't know who he was an agent for. It might have been Israel or an asset, or it might have been nobody. But we're allowed to speculate about that. It's like there's some rule. You can't go there.
There you go.
Yeah, so I mean, they're correct. They're completely correct. I mean, I've experienced this, guys. I've have video after video after video defending Israel. And then I have one video where I say, like, oh, Israel made a mistake here. They shouldn't have shot at that ambulance, like those IDF soldiers shot it. And then my chat gets filled with some hate messages against me because, like, oh, we know you're a secret Muslim. Like, yeah, it's fine. I expect this. There are people who want everything or nothing at all. The people who are tribal, it's fine. I lose a lot of support. I lose a lot of subscribers. I mean, that's true with every side. This is not true about pro-Israeli side. This is true about the pro-Israeli side, anti-Israeli side. It's mostly true with cults like Islam or Wokeism. That's actually full submission is required there. This is just for other groups. This is just part of them. part of the group is like this. But when it comes to cults like wokeism or Islam, it's all of it is like this, right? But that's completely expected for it to happen, and it doesn't make it. The thing that you shouldn't be doing is to generalize it to all of Israel and all Zionists. Obviously, I mean, this is obvious.
Freedom of speech. There you go. They are controlling.
You fucking idiot. You don't understand that this doesn't violate freedom of their freedom of speech. You could complain about people being so sensitive, so that even if you're just wondering about something. So Charlie Kirk didn't say that Epstein was Mossad. Okay, he was just entertaining that thought, and I think it's a ridiculous thought to entertain. But that's what he was doing. He wasn't making that statement, and I think the reaction to him was too much. Okay, and he can complain about that, that's fine, but that's not a violation of his free speech, because just in the same way that you have the right to, I don't know, say something stupid or something that other people don't like, those people have the freedom of speech to react to you. So Ali doesn't understand. Ali is such a moron who doesn't understand that Charlie's freedom of speech hasn't been violated if those people are basically crying. You know, they're butthurt.
You can't go there when
There you go. What happened to freedom of speech? There you go.
What happened to the freedom of speech? Nothing, you fucking idiot. Nothing happened to freedom of speech. You don't understand freedom of speech. You have no clue what freedom of speech even means. If I say something and some other people react to it negatively, my freedom of speech hasn't been violated. Wait, we got a super chat. Let me respond to this. Shana just gave us a super chat saying the left on the X are trying to say because the attacker was raised conservative and was a straight white male, that means it's right's fault. The usual suspects double down. Yeah, I mean, these people are fucking idiots. It doesn't matter what evidence you provide them. They're always going to see things their way. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't even matter. The guy could come and, I mean, the shooter could have been a trans, colored haired, I don't know, with a tattoo of, with Marxist tattoos on all over his body, and these people will still find a way to say that this was right-leaning people's fault. I don't know.
You go. They are controlling your government. United States of Israel. You guys, the world is waking up to this reality. Even these hardcore Zionists are being called anti-Semitic.
it comes to Israel.
Well, you and I believe that we're Americans and Americans first, period. End of story. We are citizens of this nation, okay?
That's
And
right.
Israel, we have funded, we have supported, and they're up against a sea of Islamic totalitarianism, and we should be cheering for them, right? Because they're up against
We need them to
barbarians and monsters, and we want them to win. However, here is Megyn Kelly and Charlie Kirk combined.
Barbarians and monsters. Can barbarians and monsters? You guys have massacred the most.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. He's right. You're barbarians. Yeah,
Barbarians
for sure.
and monsters. Barbarians and monsters. You guys have massacred the most amount of Muslims, and Muslims.
Most amount of Muslims have been massacred by Muslims. What the fuck are you talking about? Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. The number one murderer of Muslims are Muslims. You fucking idiot. Every single stat shows that.
Barbarians and monsters. You guys have massacred the most amount of Muslims, and Muslims are barbarians.
Yeah, I mean, on average, barbarianism comes from Muslim communities way more.
They're so rich coming. So we Muslims are barbarians. You've killed 1 million in Iraq, 500,000 in Afghanistan.
Wait, 1 million in Iraq, 500,000 in Afghanistan? Are you fucking idiot? Are you fucking stupid? Do you know those are rookie numbers for the number of millions and millions and millions and millions of people that the Muslims have killed throughout history? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And also, are you counting the number of people who died when United States was fighting ISIS in Iraq and Syria? And you're counting the number of people who died in Afghanistan when United States was fighting the Taliban? What the fuck are you talking about? Muslim armies have killed entire nations of people unprovoked. Unprovoked. It's not uncomparable. What the fuck are you talking about? There are mountains in India named after the killing of Hindus. Just the number of Hindus Muslims have killed is astronomically higher than the numbers that you just mentioned in here.
Massacring Muslims like it's happy days. but we are the barbarians.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay.
Probably 30
Yeah, I mean, guys, some people are mentioning Armenians. Yeah, I mean, just focusing on one of these groups by itself will outnumber every single one of these things that he's mentioned.
million social media followers, like pretty, right? And you and I have been holding this down, and you probably get the negative, oh, you're just shilling for Israel. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do what's right regardless of the feedback, right? But then all of a sudden, like, I host a person that I moderate the debate of, mind you, right? And I give equal time to Josh Hammer, equal time to a pro-Israel advocate, and my moral character is being put into question. And so
none of this is anti-Israeli, you fucking idiots. Charlie Kirk is criticizing those specific people who are doing this to him. He's not saying anything against Israel. Are these people retarded? I think has Islam rotten your brain?
So I think it's a hyper paranoid, like, we're
Because they don't want equal.
Who's there, you fucking idiot? Charlie Kirk is not referring to Israel. He's referring to those people that are sending him this message. Do you understand that Charlie Kirk is not getting this from the entire nation of Israel?
They don't want.
Oh, somebody is trying to swear at Israel, but he doesn't even know how to spell. Look at this guy. Fak Israel? Fak Israel? What is fak? You're so, oh my God, you're so stupid. Oh my God, it's so great. It's so great that the enemies of Israel are this stupid.
Want you to be equal. In order for them to carry the mask out, you have to be unjust. If you are saying, I've just hosted two people who will debate 30 minutes, whatever it is, they say, no, that doesn't work for us, because the truth is what? That we are evil. So we need you to be biased and don't platform them at all. Do you not understand?
Oh, now I understand. Israel has contacted Charlie, like, Charlie, you're not evil enough. Do you not understand that we are evil and we want you to be evil, or else this is not going to work? I mean, I don't know. This guy is like, this wouldn't even work for a script of a cartoon. I think if this was a script of a cartoon show, a 5-year-old would be like, okay, you're pushing it with the evilness here for the villain. What the fuck? This is not believable. Like, yeah, Israelis are like, no, we want it. That's what Israel says, guys. Israel says, like, we're evil and we want people who support us to be as evil. And if you're not as evil as us, we'll just kill you. It's a cartoon villain shit. What the fuck? Okay.
That's why they say objective news of what they're doing. Genocide, they're saying that's pro-Hamas. They're saying objective news is pro-Hamas. Guys, you can't make this crap up, bro.
Objective news is Hamas. Why is it objective? Because you said so? Oh my God.
You can't make it up. And that's why I believe they killed Charlie Kirk. Mossad and Israel took him out. Yeah.
Guys, did you guys get any evidence? Like, he says that's why I believe Israel took him out. Did you guys see the reasoning? Because I didn't see any evidence or any reasoning. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? The fact Israel guy still doesn't know how to spell. Anybody here got at any point where how Ali came to the conclusion is basically the line of reasoning is like, guys, how about Ali? How about you do a show and you just be honest with your viewers, right? You should be like, hey guys, come on, you know, and I know that we just blame everything on Israel. So can we just blame it on Israel and just make this into a 2-minute video and get over with? Like, do I actually need to say anything? Obviously, Israel, right? Israel, Jews. Okay, Jews. Bye. All right.
Yes, this was a professional hit from that distance, 200 yards away. Yes, okay. What are we talking about, man? Do you think some college student can do that?
Yes. You fucking idiot! You're talking about America. You're talking about America. Do you know how many Americans know how to use a gun? You know they take classes. You know they go to shooting ranges and practice. Just because you don't know how to use it, this is America. This is America. So many people get trained There are classes available. There are videos. There are shooting ranges. So you're talking about America. I mean, you live in the UK. Maybe you don't understand, but yes, in America, so many people get trained. It's easy to get trained. I mean, these modern weapons actually are so easy to get good at after a while. They're light. They're easy to use. They're intuitive. Just with a little bit of training, you could get really good at it. And also in America, probably your neighbor, like half of your neighborhood, knows how to use like one of these guns properly. Look at
Yes, this was a professional hit. From that distance, 200 yards.
So his evidence is that the evidence that this was Mossad was that this was so professional that it could have been nobody else other than Mossad. This is his actual evidence.
Yards away. Yes? Okay. What are we talking about, man? Do you think some college student can do that?
Yes. With enough practice, they can.
Are you okay? I've been to gun ranges, etc. There was the first time in my life I went to Bosnia
Yeah, me too. I have been.
for a trip, etc. Beautiful. And we had a sniper. We just with our brothers, and I was like, mate, it's bloody difficult, man, to hold it. But do you know how many shots I had to take? Yes, brother, I'm nearly like half blind. Yeah, okay, excuse me. Yes, do you know how many shots I had to take, mate? Like to hit. It's damn difficult. Let me tell you.
Yeah, okay, but for me, when I went to a shooting range, it was difficult at first, but I got a hang of it. At the very end, I was hitting the target at the very end, and that was just one session. Imagine if I was doing, I don't know, 100 sessions. You're saying you said nobody can become a college student cannot become an expert because you found it difficult after trying it one time? Have you guys not heard this term, practice makes perfect? Yeah, you're not going to get good at it if you're just doing it one session, but if you went for a second session and a third and you did 4, 5, 6, I'm pretty sure by session number, I don't know, 50, you're going to be hitting the target much more often than your first try.
It is difficult.
Yes. Yeah, and also somebody saying he lived in Utah. He hunted his whole life. Yeah, I mean we have now pictures of him. Hold on, let me see. It's not difficult for this guy. Hold on, let me show you. Open a new image. Yeah, this is him. This is his image. Look at the I think I have images of his childhood as well. This is an image of his mother. This is a post by his mother in 2017. Look at this is him younger. Look at them. Yeah, look at this. This is a kid that was raised around guns and constantly used guns. So yeah, much different, very different from your experience, Ali, when you just went and tried once and you found it difficult. I'm pretty sure a kid that was surrounded by guns and was constantly using guns since childhood, he would not find it as difficult. Yeah, he grew with a gun as a toy. Exactly. I have more images of this kid. Well, I mean, when he was a kid. Well, I can't believe that this was only 2017. He was a child in 2017. Like, this is him and his family going out and watching guns and stuff. So yeah, that makes you that's enough to make you an expert. Doesn't have to be Mossad. Like, oh, this must have been a Mossad because I cannot imagine any other way for somebody to get good at shooting guns. I cannot imagine it. So the only explanation is that it was Mossad. Fucking idiots. Guys, we're dealing with morons. We're absolutely dealing with morons.
Difficult. It is difficult to hold that weapon, a sniper, yes, and then to align it, and it is difficult. So don't come and tell me that was done by a professional.
Yeah, professional since childhood. He was practicing since childhood. Okay, so it was done by a professional. Okay, why does Mossad have all the professionals? Like, if you're good at something, then the only explanation is that you're Mossad?
Somebody who's trained. Mossad. IDF.
Just going to try to.
Well, he actually said it. Like, oh, somebody who's trained. Mossad, IDF. Guys, I didn't know that nobody gets training for anything ever unless they're in Mossad. I mean, based on his characterization, Mossad should be able to invade the entire world because he was trained. Somebody was trained. Must be Mossad. So nobody else in the world is trained on how to use a gun except in Mossad. Okay, makes a lot of sense if you don't think about it.
Somebody who's trained Mossad, IDF.
Just going to try to, we're going to just stamp out everything type of practice, but it goes to the point where, if, for example, if I have less ability sometimes online to criticize the Israeli government about backlash than actual Israel.
Okay, and Harris H. Smith is someone I think who works with Candace Owens. He said, I'm not going to name names, but I was told by someone close to Charlie Kirk that Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them. Bro, you can't make this up, bro.
You actually can. You actually can. I mean, you just did. Look at this. Somebody. Okay, look at this. This is actually beautiful. This is their evidence.
Okay, but H. Smith is someone I think who works with Candace Owens. He said, I'm
somebody who works with Candace Owens of all people. Okay, which is a very trusted group of people there.
not going to name names, but I was
who's not going to provide their stuff. Like, I'm not going to. So somebody who's close to Candace Owens is coming and saying, like, I'm not going to name names, but somebody told me
by someone close to Charlie Kirk that
somebody close to Candace says that somebody close to Charlie has told her that Charlie told that person that tells the person close to Candace that Charlie is afraid that Israel is going to kill him. Okay? So this is multiple degrees of making shit up. And then he says, but bro, you cannot make this shit up. you just did.
That Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them. Bro, you can't make this up, bro.
You can't, bro, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. He says that right after making shit up. This is unbelievable. Guys, this is all the evidence I need. Somebody says that somebody who he's not going to name, he or she's not going to name, has told him that somebody close to Charlie had told him or her that Charlie is afraid of Israel killing him. I mean, guys, I've never seen any more solid of an evidence in my entire life. This closes the case. It's done. It's done. Yes, Neil Bunny said clearly you can make this up. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful.
Second video. Check this out, guys. This is my evidence to show.
Oh, this is my evidence. Okay, he actually thinks he's providing evidence. This idiot actually thinks that he's providing evidence.
Bro, you can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. Second video. Check this out, guys. This is my evidence to show Israel's behind this.
Which is, okay, Charlie, we've pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, so like maybe we should also ask a question. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So then some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse.
Did
you see how they cut two different pieces that were not? Oh my God, these motherfuckers.
Did you see Ben Shapiro's face? He's like, this goyim, because you're a goyim, you're a Gentile, man. They don't. Do you think people in?
Okay, that had nothing to do with any position against Israel. I mean, these are conservatives always talk about not trusting the media all the time. And also, he asked that question from Ben Shapiro so that Ben Shapiro could provide the counter to what he was saying. Maybe go watch the full fucking show, you fucking moron. Oh my God.
Israel care about Charlie Kirk's death, except obviously you supporting them. Let me tell you something. They spit out Christians. They spit at you guys. You Christians,
Okay, so he says Israelis don't care about Christians. They spit at Christians. Guys, I know I have a lot of Israelis in my audience. Is that true? Because Ali Dawah says that you guys spit at Christians. They spit at Christians. I mean, he's talking about all Israelis. So I'm assuming you guys being Israelis in my chat, I'm assuming he's including all of you guys. Can you just let me know how often do you spit at Christians? I want to know. I mean, I trust you guys. Or actually, maybe.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
They spit
missing?
out Christians. They spit at you guys. You Christians, they spit at you.
Yeah, guys. So, are there fucking religious maniacs in Israel who spit at Christians? Obviously. Yes, we have. I know. I've seen the videos. Okay. But nobody will survive. No country will survive this if this was the standard for criticizing countries. Like, do you think your country? I mean, he's from Pakistan. Do you think I cannot, in the UK, in Pakistan, in United States, in Canada, I cannot find religious maniacs? I mean, I'm back where you come from, Ali. I could find a higher dosage of religious maniacs than in Israel. So shut the fuck up.
They curse your God. They curse the mother of God. Okay.
Who's they? All of Israel? All of Israel spits at Christians, or there are some shitty people in Israel, just like there are some shitty people in every fucking country.
Yes. They don't
Oh, he's from Turkey? There you go.
care about you, my friend. You're just a Gentile that's serving.
Yeah, Turkey. Like he speaks. Okay, he speaks about some religious Jews in Israel spitting at Christians, and he tries to generalize it to all of Israel. And then he's from Turkey. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Because in Turkey, they kill people for having sometimes for having the wrong opinion. So shut the fuck up.
Of God. Okay. Yes. They don't care about you, my friend. You're just a Gentile that's serving them. Yes, to their Antichrist, their Messiah, the Antichrist comes so they can massacre us all, Gentiles. Yeah, do you know what they believe about Gentiles? And here's
Well, I mean, isn't it the other way around? Isn't there evangelical Christian beliefs by some evangelical Christian beliefs that the end of times comes? I think he got it the other way around. It's not the Jewish belief that the end of time will come and they will massacre all the Christians. It's the some evangelical Christian belief that the end of time will come and they will massacre all the Jews. It's the other way around. I think he got his religions mixed up. That it's the other way around. Fucking idiot. He fucked up here.
the Antichrist comes so they can massacre us all, Gentiles. Yeah, do you know what they believe about Gentiles?
No, yeah, that's the Christian. You got this the other way around.
And here's two more other videos. One with Patrick Pet David. Let's watch this.
I've been in Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier. Right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate non-conspiracy question. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is. Yeah. And you're trying to tell me that they're going to concerts and kibbutzes and schools and by report.
That there is a
Yeah, so that there is a question that you can ask. And obviously, if you know anything about how military operations or intelligence operations work, you would understand that the answer to the question will always get you to know Israel was not involved in allowing Israelis to die. So this is the part that I would disagree with Charlie. I'm not that conspiratorial. However, that doesn't make him anti-Israeli. And just let me remind you again, one more time, that when Charlie says that, again, I disagree with him. I disagree with that level of conspiracy theory. But again, please understand that he was never anti-Israeli. This is Charlie Kirk always said that if he says those things, it doesn't make him anti-Israel. He just disagrees sometimes with the government. So let's play this again for people who haven't seen this yet.
I've been to Israel twice. I love Israel. I love Israel, the place. I love Israel as it protects access to biblical archaeology. I'm not an unapologetic defender of the government of Israel, and I want to make sure that's clear. But I am a defender of the nation state of Israel to exist as a homeland for the Jewish people. I've been to Israel twice. I love Israel. I love Israel, the place.
Hold on, let's watch this one.
Hezbollah. The greatest trip I ever took was to Israel, and the second greatest trip I ever took was to Israel, and I've been there twice. I'm a huge supporter of the Holy Land, of Judea and Samaria, and up against the terrorist organizations, Hezbollah, and the Palestinian Authority. I go to college campuses, and I've spoke at more college campuses than any Christian conservative in the last couple of years. Stanford, Berkeley, Brown, UCLA, University of Texas, University of Michigan, Michigan State University, you name it, I've probably spoken at it. Major universities or states all across the country, from Montana State to Maine. And I am confronted many times by young Christians that believe that Israel is an oppressive apartheid state that basically should not exist in its current form. And so I am here to clearly communicate to you that we have to do a much better job of communicating, of conveying, I should say, the geopolitical significance of the state of Israel. The world's a better place because of the state of Israel. We have all three monotheistic religions represented in the Israeli Knesset and the Israeli Supreme Court. Israel actually expresses freedom of religion. I'll never forget when I was driving down to Hebron last year, and you're driving down south from Jerusalem, and there's this sign, and I don't speak Arabic, nor do I speak Hebrew. So I turned to my driver. I said, "What does that sign say?" There was no English translation, and there was a arrow in the middle, and an arrow to the right, arrow to the left, and the arrows to the right and left were red, and the arrow in the middle was black or some other not a warning color. And so I said, "What does that mean?" They said, "Well, if we turn right, you'll die." What do you mean you'll die? Well, if you turn right, you go into the Palestinian Authority controlled territories, and as a Christian, a Westerner, or a Jew, they'll kill you. It's like, well, what kind of ridiculous double standard here? If Arabs come into the Israeli occupied areas, they're given benefits and rights to vote. You go into the Palestinian Authority areas, Palestinian Authority controlled areas, you get your head cut off. That was a really interesting moment for me.
Yeah. So don't let these people try to convince you that he was anti-Israeli by showing him some maybe disagreements that he had with the government. Okay.
Video that cost him his life. That
another video that cost him his life. Again, they're showing their imagined motivation, and they think that's evidence that Israel killed Charlie Kirk.
there, guys. Look, you cannot make this up. Here we go. I'll give you one more video. One more video. Check this out, guys.
Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Now, I don't like generalizations. Not every Jewish person believes that. But it is true. The Anti-Defamation League was part and parcel with Black Lives Matter. It is true.
So what he's referring is to some woke Western Jewish communities, okay? Which he's correct, but I wouldn't refer to them being Jews, because it has nothing to do with them being Jews. It has more to do with them being woke. Okay, it has this has nothing to do with them being Jews. This is some wokeism leaking into some of these Western institutions. So this has nothing to do with Israel, and has also nothing to do with their Jewness. So I wouldn't even refer to them being Jews, because it's not relevant. This is just them being woke.
Like generalizations, not every Jewish person.
But he is correct that there are, and he says that he's not generalizing. There are these woke organizations which are run by Jews in the West, who have some crazy, sometimes they make some crazy statements, anti-white statements, it's true, or positions. But again, this has nothing to do with them being Jews, so I wouldn't even mention that they're Jews. I would just mention that they're woke.
Believes that. But it is true, the Anti-Defamation League was part and parcel with Black Lives Matter. It is true that some of the largest financiers of left-wing anti-white causes have been Jewish Americans. They went.
Yeah, I mean, guys, Jews succeed at everything wherever they go. Okay, they succeed at being the top when they join right-leaning causes. They usually succeed in that. They are the best at that. And when they also join left-leaning causes, you see they succeed in that as well. So you're gonna find them everywhere. Okay. So if you disagree with the political movement, if you look at the people who succeed in it, you're gonna see some Jews at the very top. Okay. But that's true with the political movements that you also agree with. You're gonna see some Jews at the very top of that as well. So this is why it's easy to blame the Jews, because you're always going to find some Jews be succeeding in things that you don't like, because they just succeed at everything. Okay, and because they succeed at everything, it's easy to come up with conspiracy theories.
All in on woke, and it wasn't just ADL. It was some of the top Jewish organizations in the country that have done that. In fact,
yeah, Jewish scientist saying Jews are communists and capitalists. Yeah, it's almost as if Jews are a diverse group of people, but with different views and different beliefs all over the place. It's almost as if Jews don't think alike. It's almost as if Jews are diverse. That's very strange, huh? That's strange. You know, I assume the Jews were all in line and on their opinions. What the hell?
we have seen this with the recent retreat of Jewish donations that are no longer going to be administered to colleges.
So I wouldn't use that language. I wouldn't call this Jewish donations. This is woke donations.
Right? Mark Rowan, Leon Kopperman. Can we get that full list? It's very powerful. The part of the so that's totally true. And by the way, Tucker Carlson.
So and this might be the reason why some people consider this to be an anti-Semitic trope. And I don't think Charlie is trying to do that because he said he doesn't want to generalize. But I see why some people would be pissed off by this, because it kind of, tries to show that, I don't know, maybe some Jews are pulling the strings from behind and funding, nefarious causes and stuff like that.
Reinforces this. So I'm going to kind of...
Oh, and you're quoting Tucker Carlson.
Part of the... So that's totally true. And by the way, Tucker Carlson reinforces this. So I'm going to kind of... It was quite a day on the internet. Tucker Carlson was interviewing Candace Owens. We have Candace Owens coming up next hour.
By the way, I have this is the time that maybe Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens were not going full, were starting their crazy journey, and Kirk was being a little bit influenced by them. But I have a more recent video of Charlie, where the more recent video shows that he completely abandoned their side. So they're trying to show this as a way to suggest that he was going anti-Israel, but I will show you a more recent video than this one.
And Tucker Carlson mentions that Jewish Americans have primarily been financing cultural Marxist ideas. We said this, by the way, last week, and people came after us.
We were on top of it.
We actually said it in a different way. We said, I'm glad that Jewish Americans are reconsidering their financing of cultural Marxism. And people misunderstood it intentionally and slandered us as being anti-Semites. But listen to this. Tucker Carlson is completely correct by saying this, that the philosophical foundation of anti-whiteness has been largely financed by Jewish donors in the country.
Okay. Now, guys, this is obviously, it says Charlie Kirk.
All right, so that I don't agree with. And like Tucker Carlson has sick and anti-Jewish sickness, and I don't think Charlie Kirk at that point realized that Tucker Carlson is an anti-Semite. But eventually, this is a more recent video, because Charlie was asked specifically about Candace Owens and anti-Semitism recently. So that was early on when Candace and Tucker Carlson were going on the crazy train. But more recently, if you want to be honest, show a more recent video of Charlie, because he said, Charlie in response here says, people who want to blame the Jews for all their problems, this is demonic and should not be tolerated. So that's his response to the question about Candace Owens. So let's watch this one. You guys appreciate me showing you guys this? Like, I went and found these in response to these bullshit like I put these together for you guys. So I hope you appreciate what I'm doing here for you guys. So like the stream, by the way, because I did put a lot of work into this. Hold on.
Thank you for coming, Charlie. And I had a quick question about anti-Semitism online. Another question here they asked about Candace Owens, and I'm a big fan of you. I was a big fan of her, but she's obviously been going down this anti-Semitic bent. And through her, I'm kind of finding out about these other characters online, like Nick, for instance. I'm sure you've heard of him. And these people, they've been active for a long time, and it seems like they've just been ignored, which is working, but now they're kind of surging in popularity. And as someone who I enjoy watching your debates, are they people you'd be willing to engage with and maybe shut them down in a way through a debate or something like that?
Well, I mean, I'll get to debate Candace. But no, look, I'll debate anybody that shows up at our campus events first and foremost. But I do want to take what you say and extrapolate that there is a corner of the internet of people that want to point and blame the Jews for all their problems. Everybody, this is demonic and it's from the pit of hell, and it should not be tolerated, period. But it goes to a structural problem of an entire generation that has economic resentment. They don't own anything, they're not getting married, they're not having children, they're depressed, they're anxious, they're staring at their screens all day long. And all of a sudden, your extrapolation of all that is, well, it's the Jews' fault. That is sloppy and shallow thinking. And not only that, they say, oh, it's the Jews' fault. Okay, let's kind of play this out. Well, tuberculosis, that used to kill about 1 billion people. It's a group of Jewish scientists that came up with the antibiotic that cured tuberculosis. How about CPR, the MRI machine? There's over 500 million lives that were saved over the last 50 years because of people that were Jewish scientists that were working on things. They'll never say thank you to the Jews, but they'll always say shame on the Jews. Weird how that works. And finally, they always blame the Jews for stuff. Jewish people are an ethnicity. So therefore, definitionally, you have people that are secular, orthodox, religious, that are all over the spectrum. You're trying to blame an entire ethnicity for a singular problem. Hold on, let's take a step back here. Instead of that, what could you possibly do in your own personal life to improve your own state of being? If you are blaming 0.02% of the world's population for all of your problems, that is not going to be good for your soul. It's not good for your psychology. It's not good for your future in any way, shape, or form. And so I would just say this, that any young person that goes into this hyper online brain rot, you are serving yourself over to your own demise. You are serving yourself into a suicide mission that will not make you happier and not make you healthier. Instead, here's what your attitude should be. Your attitude should be like, I can't own stuff. I got it, can't own a home, I'm not getting married, I don't know who to date. I said, wow, the challenges are immense. I'm gonna now overcome all those challenges and go on an adventure. I'm gonna prove everyone wrong. I'm now not gonna be a victim, I'm gonna be a victor. I'm gonna dig deep. This is still a great country. This is a free country. I'm gonna use my agency, I'm gonna use my ability, and I'm not just gonna go point in the corner and be like, I'm overweight because of the Jews. Women don't want to date me because of the Jews. How about this? As Jordan Peterson would say, sit up straight with your shoulders back, follow the rules for life, make yourself interesting, learn something new every single day, and instead of pointing at a small group of people and engaging in this brain rot, become a better person. You'll be a happier and healthier, more joyful and productive person.
I mean, that was perfect. I mean, I was trying, that was perfect. Wasn't that perfect? That was such a perfect response. But again, they don't show you this. They just go find these tiny little clips cut out from a much larger context to try to paint a picture for you. By the way, let me actually show you how these people cut things out to make Charlie sound like he said something that he actually didn't say. So look at this. They have to take Charlie Kirk out of context to make him look inhuman, to justify their own inhumanity. By the way, guys, remember I showed you a video yesterday from
empathy is a made up new way.
Remember, there was a leftist that was screaming that it was okay to kill Charlie Kirk because he says that we shouldn't have any empathy for him because he said that empathy, he hates the word empathy because it's a new age word. And back then I told you that they probably took him out of context. Well, here's the proof that they actually did take him out of context. And just please realize that they're doing this with all of the other videos of him that they're showing as well. So just look at what they're doing. This is many people are saying he deserved to die because he was somebody himself that he himself is anti-empathy. So look at the video on the left is the one that they make it out to seem like he was anti-empathy, and then look at the video on the right, which is the full context, and see how disgusting and evil these people are. So watch this.
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage. But the new communication.
So that was it. That was the video that they post to show that this man does deserve no empathy. Okay, but now look at the full video.
The new communication strategy is not to do what Bill Clinton used to do, where he would say, "I feel your pain." Instead, it is to say, "You're actually not in pain." So let's just very short clip. Bill Clinton in the 1990s, it was all about empathy and sympathy. I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that it does a lot of damage, but it is very effective when it comes to politics. Sympathy, I prefer more than empathy. That's a separate topic for a different time. I can't stand.
So you see, he prefers sympathy over empathy. Mossad. Guys, I think it was Mossad. I think it was Mossad that took me out. Am I back? Yeah, it was Mossad for sure. Because I think I am. What did I do, Mossad? What did I do, Mossad? Like, guys, should I need to be careful? Is Mossad under my desk? They're taking out my stream. Mossad, if you want to take out my stream, you're more than welcome to take out my stream. Just please don't take me out, okay? I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. Don't, if you want to take out my stream, that's fine, but not, just have mercy upon me, okay? It's the Jews. It's the Jews. The Jews. Could be a jinn. No, it's the Jews. The Jews or the jinn. Okay, it's fine. So we got frozen. So for people who don't know what just happened, I was frozen for a second, and now we're wondering if it was the Jews. But now I'm back now, right? You guys can see me? Yes, okay. Everything good. So, yeah. So, did you guys see the full context of this video, or should I play it again? Hold on, let me just... So, anyways, the full context of this video was that he just prefers sympathy over empathy, and the context was actually acknowledging other people's pains, and like, it wasn't about ignoring pains of other people. Like, it was basically the opposite of what people suggesting. I just wanted to show you that so that you can see that people are misrepresenting, cutting pieces out, and trying to make him worthy of assassination, like acting like he deserved it. Anyways, let's go with the rest of this video from Ali Dawah.
Kirk figured out. Now, like I said before, this is done by Barbarian, and I'll be honest with you guys. Look, I don't like this whole thing of this is done to us Muslims. Yes, all Jews. I'm so sorry. I believe this is anti-Semitic. To commentate every single Jew. No, so sorry. Okay, this is a Zionist.
Oh yeah, he keeps on saying they, Israel, the Jews, Zionists, and now he acts like he's not generalizing. Your entire video, you're generalizing, and at the very end, he's acting like he's not.
Now, there's a lot of Zionists that are Jewish, of course. There's a lot of.
Wait, what?
Ideology. Now, there's two. No, so sorry. Okay, this is a Zionist ideology. Now, there's a lot of Zionists that are Jewish, of course. There's a lot of.
Most Jews are Zionists, you fucking idiot. The vast majority of Jews in the world are Zionists.
There was ISIS.
So guys, this is what they do. Like, yeah, we're not against Jews, but Zionism is a demonic, evil ideology. We're against Zionists. The vast majority of Jews in the world are Zionists. So basically, you're basically anti-Jewish, except the few token Jews that you accept, especially if they are, yeah.
They were Muslims, but they were evil. So we can't come and say that is Islam. Of course not. You know, and but you can see here, people can see now. You need to understand.
Yeah, and also, yeah, you're right, and not just the Jews. There are more people than Jews are Zionists. I'm a Zionist. I'm not a Jew. I'm a
And
Zionist.
guys, when he is moving like that, and he has a massive following, the young, like you saw how Trump was praising him, etc. But they do not tolerate 1% of criticism. They see that as, if today you can question me on this, tomorrow you're going to question me on something else. So these videos show you what a pattern of where Charlie Kirk was going, and they took him out. They assassinated him, and that sniper was a professional sniper. To listen, my friend, to get that hit.
So the evidence is that Charlie Kirk was asking some questions, and because the sniper was a professional, that makes it Israel.
From 200-yard distance, when there is a tent above his head, which is difficult to see from an angle, you understand, from a rooftop, you've got a tent which can get in the way of seeing, and then you've got two individuals. By the way,
He had a clear shot, you fucking idiot.
there was a video I'll show you as well of two individuals with security guard. The way he fixed his hat, the way that didn't look like he was fixing his hat. That genuinely looked like a go-ahead to this, like they were working with someone at the roof.
What? Guys, we have a third piece of evidence. We have a third piece. Well, okay, so there are four evidence. Evidence number one. Charlie Kirk had some criticism for Israel, and Israel does not tolerate that. So Israel must have killed him. Evidence number two. Trump and Netanyahu, when they were praying, when they posted about praying for Charlie Kirk, they posted it at the same time, so that means it was Mossad. Evidence number three. The shooter was a professional, so obviously it was Mossad. But this last one is what kills me, okay? This evidence, this one, the guy next to Charlie Kirk touched his hat. Mossad confirmed, guys. Mossad has been confirmed. I have no more questions. I have no more doubt this was Israel. Are you fucking kidding me? I cannot believe
And then you've got two individuals, by the way, there was a video I'll show you as well, of two individuals with security guard. The way he fixed his hat.
The way he fixed his hat. Guys, how is he fixing his hat? What is so special about the way he touches his hat?
Wait, no, that didn't look like he was fixing his hat. That genuinely looked like a go-ahead to this.
Did it genuinely look like a go-ahead? Guys, how does it... This is fucking retarded. I cannot believe the brain rot we're dealing here with. This is too stupid. I don't know. Guys, this video, this channel has more 1,300,000 views. This video has gotten 200,000 views, and people in the comments are agreeing with him. How are people this stupid? This is your evidence? The man touched his hat? And it was obviously a message for a go-ahead?
That didn't look like he was fixing his hat. That genuinely looked like...
Did it genuinely look?
A go-ahead to this...
Did it genuinely look like a go-ahead to you
like
guys?
They were working with someone at the roof. You can see it close. I can show it to you as well. That was like a sign, like take the hit. And it's just all crazy. And stuff that he said Charlie Kirk's going to be remembered for, the Gaza's, the genocide.
This guy is so fucking stupid. How do people take this so seriously? Guys, this is why Islam is a religion. Because people are fucking morons. That's his evidence. The guy touched his hat. And it genuinely looked like a message. Genuinely like it looked like the sign of a go-ahead. This is, oh my God, what the fuck?
That he supported, you know, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us. And it's very ironic because people say that, you know, you've got ignorance like Tommy Robinson, absolute flipping intellectual midget scumbag, yeah? Saying that.
Intellectual midget? Are you fucking kidding me? Look at yourself in the mirror. Your evidence is that the guy touched his hat.
Islam is anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitism comes from Crusaders, my friend, with all due respect, yeah? But where Jewish funeral was walking past the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, if we had hostility towards...
Fuck your prophet. Fuck your prophet. I don't give a shit about your fucking stupid child raping prophet. Let me go to Charlie Kirk. Let's end this with two good videos from Charlie Kirk regarding Israel, okay? Because these people want to act like Charlie was anti-Israel. So look at this caption. So saying, for anybody who doesn't know Charlie Kirk, watch this short clip from a confrontation between him and an anti-Israeli student, and you'll understand everything you need to know. The entire state of Israel is praying for Charlie. Well, that's too late. But let's watch this, because people are trying to act like he was anti-Israel. But let's watch
Do you
this.
think, who's the bad actor, Israel or Hamas?
I believe that what Hamas is doing wrong, but that's not okay for what Israel is doing to the Palestinians.
What is Israel doing exactly? Tell me in detail. Where is it happening?
Crimes,
war crimes, really? How?
What do you mean how? They're killing little kids, man.
Well, hold on. Killing kids. You mean wait, they drop leaflets before they bomb in Gaza? They warn civilian corridors before they ever engage militarily. They do emergency medical procedures for any person in Gaza that might need it. Do you understand what's actually?
They're doing good, but it's okay for them to do bad. Then that's what
it's called war, saying. Okay? And in war, sometimes bad things happen. Who started this? It's not a war crime. Throwing around war crime is a ridiculous. You know what a war crime is? A war crime is going into kibbutzes. Time out. Going into kibbutzes, going into the Nova Music Festival, going into people's places of residences on October 7th. And putting
you guys keep bringing up October 7th. You guys are doing bad.
It's pretty important.
Okay.
If you're gonna all of a sudden attack Jews on their holiest day of the interior of Israel, expect a whirlwind and don't complain 7th. About it when it comes forward.
So what's happening is that basically what Israel doing is bad. Hamas is doing is bad. Okay.
I'm not even contending what Israel is doing is bad.
What Israel doing isn't bad. Killing children isn't bad, is what you're saying?
Hold on a second, but you have to go instance by.
Is it or not?
I need a yes or they intentionally killing kids? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
No, they are not.
So
that is complete
why are there so
BS.
many dead kids? Why are you okay with dead babies?
Good question. Why are there dead kids? Do you think Israel sits around and they say, how do we kill more kids in Gaza today?
I mean, so why are they killing kids then?
Exactly. Let's think. Maybe it's because Hamas uses the kids as human shields on top of their military bases. Maybe that's why. Maybe because the people of Hamas have no concern for the life of their own people.
Yeah. Obviously, not anti-Israeli. Major defender of Israel. Let's look at this one. Oh, this is actually a thread of... this keeps going and going and going. I love this one, actually. Should we watch this one? Which one should we watch? Let me see. Let's just watch one more of him defending Israel, and then we will call it a day. Okay, just one more. This is only 16 seconds.
None of that is correct, and that's okay. It's fraction. I don't believe in the numbers. However, the point is this: if Israel laid down its weapons,
yes,
they would be eliminated.
No, they would not.
You just admitted they would take over Israel.
If
Hamas laid down their weapons, we would have peace. And none of that is correct.
Yeah. By the way, it keeps going and going and going. Okay, so he has a huge history of defending Israel, and he does it very beautifully. Okay, so yeah, bullshit claims by a bullshit person. Yeah. Anyways, fuck Ali Dawah, and fuck his religion, and fuck his prophet, and fuck his bullshit conspiracy theory, and fuck him for blaming everything all the time on the Jews. Guys, these people, it doesn't really matter how dumb the claims are. It's always the Jews. They always want to blame the Jews, and they're just these people are ridiculous. And sometimes we just need to point at them and laugh. But it is very important to mock these people, because these people are not looking for any rational arguments. It is important for us to mock them, because they're not dealing with rationality or evidence. Like there are anti-Israelis in the chat, and you could see by the way they talk, they're not at all interested in the points that we have. They have already made up their mind. Israel is apartheid. Israel is doing genocide. Israel is killing children. I mean, we have already responded to all of these bullshit claims for all of them. It's not like there's any evidence or any argument you could provide these people, and we're like, oh, okay, oh, Israel is not doing genocide. Oh, okay, like these people are they have made up their mind. They for them this is a cult. This is their calling. This is the group that they belong to. They're not going to give it up. So it's not about coming up with rational arguments. I mean, we make the rational arguments among each other, but these people, they need to be mocked. They need to be humiliated. They need to be insulted, because for them, this is just a propaganda war. They're not in it to understand what the truth really is. So we need to respond in, by humiliation. We need to destroy. We need to mock them constantly because they're clowns. They're fucking idiots. And this is what I'm going to continue to do. So support this channel, by the way. Support the Atheist Republic channel on YouTube. Recommend it. If you're watching us, I know a lot of people. People watch us on Twitter right now. Come on YouTube and subscribe to us on Atheist Republic on YouTube, because we're going to go after these motherfuckers. Okay, we're going to expose all of them. What a fucking insane, ridiculous, evil people that they are. Oh, let me see. We got some super chats. Let's respond to the super chats. Okay. So here, let me actually bring the fan funding here. So Shauna is saying the left and X are trying to say because that. Oh, I already read that one. Thank you, Shauna. Shauna has a second one here. Shauna is saying Charlie was killed by a young man who was radicalized online and carried out cold, premeditated murder. Any other theory is stepping on his grave. Yes. I mean, now look how ridiculous does Ali Dawah look now that we actually have the person. I mean, obviously they're not going to believe in the evidence. They're going to just say the evidence is made by the Jews all the time. All right, Sketch Therapy saying the killer is Antifa, not Israel. Hope you okay, Armin. Well, thank you, Sketch Therapy. I mean, I haven't seen what the belief of the person is. So I don't know what group this fucking, criminal. I don't know what his views are. I know that there are many people, many leftists celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. I mean, even if the murderer is like a right-leaning nut job, the fact is that we have so many videos of left-leaning people celebrating his death. So at the end of the day, they celebrated it. So you're saying he is Antifa? Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just said I haven't seen it. Okay, once I go check, I will accept. I just this is my second long stream of the day, and I will go check. And if it's Antifa, then it's Antifa. I'm not denying that he's Antifa. I'm just saying that every time, for me to believe something, I just have to go verify it myself. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying exactly, Armin. Yeah. So yeah, guys, and again, I think our enemy are people who just don't want to have conversations and just want to use, So the issue with these leftists, again, I don't say left, I say leftists, but the Marxists with the woke, with the people, from the Islamic side. It's not that their beliefs are wrong. We could deal with that. We could deal with people who have wrong beliefs. We could talk. The issue is that they don't want to talk. They want to force. They want to intimidate. They want laws to control what people's opinions are allowed to be. If our issue, this is why I don't speak against Christianity anymore, even though I disagree with it. Because it's just a disagreement. Okay? I disagree with, I'm an atheist. I disagree with Christianity. I disagree with Judaism. I disagree with Hinduism. Okay? But I don't talk about those disagreements anymore because it's just a disagreement. Nobody is intimidating me on Christianity. I mean, they did honestly with Hinduism, but that was a long time ago, and I don't live in India. Okay? But nobody is intimidating me nobody is threatening me if I speak against Christianity. Nobody is trying to put laws against me criticizing Judaism. And people say like, oh, they are. No, they're fucking not. I had so many videos against Judaism. Not only there's no laws against it, it didn't even get demonetized. People are like, oh, do you dare speak against Judaism? Yes, I have for years. Nothing happened. nobody did anything against me. Okay, nobody did it. It was just Islam and Hinduism that we got backlash. But Christianity and Judaism, I have years of speaking against Christianity and Judaism. Nobody did anything to us. So what is even the point? Like, what is the point? It's just a disagreement. You believe in that, I believe in this, we disagree. Okay, we disagree. That's fine. I think we're in a war against people who want to use other tools beyond discussions to force their opinions on us, to force their way of life on us. And the main people who do that are basically from Islam and leftism. Okay, it's basically three. It's Islamic, it's Marxism, and wokeism. Most of the people are not doing this. Most of the people are not doing this, even if I disagree with them. So that's where we need to focus on our attention on. Yeah, it's sketch to repeat saying it's not even an important disagreement. Yeah, it's not. It's not even. Yeah, I agree. It's not even. We could be friends. We could have this. I mean, I don't think agreements should be a condition of friendship. Agreements should not be a condition of friendship. So yeah, we need to. It's like basically arguing over the throne while the dead army is coming from the north, right? I mean, not even. At least the throne is kind of precious, right? Like it's kind of valuable. But it's basically like Game of Thrones. Like people are fighting over the throne, and there's a dead army coming from the north, and none of you are going. There's not going to be any throne to sit on if you don't fight the dead army. And that's what I think we need to be uniting. The dead army is the unity between woke and honestly, both right-leaning woke and left-leaning woke. It's basically the unity between woke. It used to be back in 40 years ago, back 50 years ago in Iran, where we lost the country, we lost Iran to the unity between Marxists and Islamic. I don't want to say Islamists because it makes it seem as if Islam and Islamism are two separate things, and they're not. So it was the unity between Marxists and Islam mullahs, basically, who made us Iranians lose our country, right? And now instead of Marxism, we have wokeism. So now it's the unity between wokeism and Islam that is coming for Europe and North America. Okay, somebody's spamming the chat with I love bacon. I love bacon too, but you're banned now for spamming the chat. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Guys, please recommend our channel. Please like the stream. Please tell people that they need to. It's essential for them to come and subscribe to Atheist Republic on YouTube. Okay, it's very essential. We're doing some good work here. We're exposing these fucking maniacs, this Islamic and leftist evil unity that is coming for, Western liberal values. We really do need to fight against it. Again, guys, on this channel, when we say liberal, we're talking about classical liberal values, not leftism, right? Classical liberal values. Yes, sketch therapy video, Mossad, sorry. I'll try to work on that soon. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Probably tomorrow, same time. Bye, guys. Don't forget to like the stream. And I almost forgot. I'm Israel Chai, Javid Shah. See you guys tomorrow.